welcome to this morning workout with me, Kirsty. Today we're working on a 20-minute good morning workout. This is a no equipment workout designed to get you feeling fine and ready for the day ahead. It's a 10-minute block done through twice, so you can choose to do just 10 minutes of it, or you can do the workout for the full 20 minutes. We've got a short warm up, we have the main part of the session, and then we have a short cool down. So if you're ready, let's get going. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to work on warming up the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, also opening up to the chest. So bring your feet a little wider apart, around about shoulder width apart. Hinge at those hips and push the bottom backwards so you feel that stretch out in the back of the legs. Bring the arms up to the side, and as you bend over, we're going to clap the hands forward overhead, back to the starting position and stand. So over, clapping overhead, back, and stand. So just showing you from the front, hinge. Well done. So keeping the back nice and straight as you push the bottom backwards and really feeling that stretch in the back of the legs. Well done. One more. Breathing through. Well done. Okay, working on a little bit more of a dynamic movement to get ourselves warmed up a little bit more. This time we're going to step over to the side and reach. Little bent leg here on the side that we're stepping over to, and over to the other side. Little step over and over. Now you can bend a little bit more through that knee as your body wakes up a little bit more. So really start to push over. Good. Well done. One more. And then from here, fingertips are coming up onto temples. We're going to try and reach the elbow to the knee on the opposite side, doing our standing bicycle crunch. So off we go here. Now it does not matter if you can't get your elbow and your knee to touch. That's absolutely fine. Just working through this movement in whatever range of movement you have is fine by me. You do you. Well done. Keep it going. Brilliant work. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Brilliant. We're going to get started into the main part of the session now. So it's a 10-minute circuit. So we're going to just go through that, and if you'd like to stop after 10 minutes, then please do feel free to do so. Otherwise, stick with me for the full 20. First thing we're going to do is reach one leg back and sweep the arms up and switch over. So I like to call this a foot tap back. Let's go. It's a really great exercise to work your abs from a standing position. So it's really, really great. Gets the heart rate up as well. But make sure as you're bringing those arms back, you're nice and tight into your tummy muscles. Okay, upper body's nice and straight. Neck is neutral. So I'm not looking down, not looking up. So find a fixed eye point if that helps you. Brilliant. Well done. Keep stepping back, and you can go as fast or as slow as you like onto this one. Bring the heart rate up as much or as little as you feel comfortable with. 2, 1, amazing. First exercise done, in the bank, already done. Second exercise then. Bringing the feet wide apart, toes facing out if you want to protect those knees a little bit. We're going to squat down and we're going to go towards the opposite toe. So we're going to come back up and we're going to squat down and bring our hands towards the opposite toe. You ready? Let's go. So down and up, down and up. Again, you can have your toes facing outwards if you want to protect those knees. You do not have to touch the toe. You don't have to touch the floor, but I really want to see bottom going back, back nice and straight. Okay, and keeping the neck nicely aligned. So again, not looking up as you're squatting, not overly bending and looking down, not rounding out through that back. Brilliant work, keep it going. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Next up, we're into an ice skater. So again, working some more dynamic movements here, getting the heart rate up and working across the body. So I'm going to take my right leg here, I'm going to bring it back behind and take my right hand, it's going to drop down in front. I'm going to switch over. You ready? Let's go. So this is a stepping skater here. You can jump it through if that's comfortable for you. Or you can do a standing skater where you're up here. So you're just reducing the intensity of this exercise if you're in the standing skater. Otherwise, down into the full skater, bringing the arm back behind you as you're dropping your other arm in front. Yes, well done. Good. Keep it going. Really work on range with that back leg. So bring it all the way behind. Keep the chest open. 2, 1. Fantastic work. Okay, next up we're working into a lateral movement, so another sideways movement here with a knee raise. So we've got a balance element. This is going to get your brain woken up and ready for the day. So we're going to step to the side, pushing the bottom back, so not over the knee. All your weight goes back here, coming up into the center, knee raise. Stay on the same side, so over, tap, knee raise. You're going to get to a point where hopefully this starts to feel a little bit more rehearsed. So you might be able to get to a point where you can bring that knee up without touching the foot down, up and across. You choose your level. There is no right or wrong depending on whether you tap your foot down or whether you don't, okay? As long as you're making the right shape, pushing the bottom back, coming up, take your rest. Well done. It's just really important that you're keeping that back nice and straight, that you're not pushing the weight over the knee, that you're pushing all of the weight back through your bottom. Over onto the other side then, in 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. So stepping over, tap, up, tap, across, tap, up, across, and then when you feel ready, if you feel ready, you can start to work with no tap. But you may not be there now, and that's absolutely fine. Okay, so you just do you. Good. Back nice and straight. Brilliant. So really working the inner thigh here, working onto the glutes as well, and all the muscles on the outside of your hips. And take a rest. Excellent work. Okay, we're going to head down to the mat. We're going to do a lying foot pedal down here. There is a variation for this exercise that I'm going to show you on the screen. So if you need to do that, then please feel free. Otherwise, reclining down onto your forearm position, picking your feet up, one knee comes in towards your chest, the other goes away, and push, push, push. So what we're not doing here is we're not going around in a circle. We're not pedaling round. We're doing a push pedal instead. So push with the heel, heel, heel. So you're bringing the knee into your chest as you're working. Okay, if this is a little too much into the shoulders, then you can do it lying down. You do not have to do it up onto your forearms here. You can lie down and do it instead. That is no problem. Well done. 3, 2, 1, and take a rest. Into a tabletop or all fours position next for our next exercise. Again, there's a variation for this exercise for both using your raised surface and for standing if you need it. But we are going to be working onto the mat here. Bring one leg out behind you nice and straight, and we're going to kick up that heel onto the ceiling. Kick, kick, kick. Supporting your body weight through your arms here. So this is not only a leg exercise, it's balance and core and a little bit of upper body as well. So really great exercise to be working on. And whichever level you're doing, just really get that heel kicked up and back. Well done. Good. You can make this a little harder by not touching the toe down to the floor each time. Take a rest. We're going to switch sides. Come off your wrists if you need to. If it's a little bit tense through the wrists, do a little bit of a reverse prayer stretch there. That will really help. We're gonna go over onto the other side. So again, find your position. Make sure the wrist, elbow, and shoulder are nice and stacked, as well as the knee and the hip. Nice straight line there, and let's go. Push, push, push. So you shouldn't be wiggling through your body here. And if you want to make it a little trickier, don't touch those toes down. Good, but stay really straight and stable through the hips. Such a good job, well done. Good. Really good, keep it going. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, fantastic. We're gonna sit into our seated twist position again. If you need a variation for this one, there's one on the screen for you. So in this position here, we're gonna be sitting back slightly. If you really struggle with this, you can have a wall behind you or a bolster behind your hips here, if that really helps. Feet off the floor if you can, and we're gonna twist side to side to side. Now, if you cannot bring your feet off the floor, that's okay. You can do it with your feet on the floor. And the way to work yourself up to be able to get your feet off the floor is you're gonna bring one foot up and then bring the other one up. So you're gonna work with a little alternating foot pattern here, and that's just gonna increase the intensity to get yourself up off the floor with your feet. But that might take you a few sessions, and that's okay. And if you want to make it more tricky, then you can pedal those legs as you work. 2, 1, take a rest. Onto your back, and we're gonna work into a dead bug here. So all the way onto your back, fingertips are up into the ceiling, knees are bent, feet are flat, and we're gonna draw out the opposite arm and leg. The other hand stays up at the ceiling, and switch. When you're ready then, let's go. Out, in, out, in. So notice the fingertips that aren't working are staying up to the ceiling. Good. If you are struggling with this one, bring the heel down to the floor rather than stretching out the leg. So you're shortening those levers. Try and keep the back pushed into the floor. So working in this position here if you need to. Otherwise, stretching all the way out. 2, 1, take a rest. Okay, you've got 20 seconds to get yourself back up. If you need a little more time, just hit pause, get yourself up, and get yourself ready to go again. That's 10 minutes of this workout done. We've got the next 10 minutes coming up. So, do remember, all the way back round to the start, we're gonna do that foot tap back. Are you ready? Let's go. So tap, tap, tap. Good. So bringing that foot back, breathing in all of that positivity here, and let go of any of that negativity. Okay, well done. If there was any doubt about you getting this workout done today, you are now over halfway, so it's quicker for you to get to the end than it would be to go back to the beginning. You may as well stay. Keep it going. Good. 3, 2, 1, take a rest. Fantastic work. We're gonna work into that squat with the opposite toe touch again. Okay, just make sure you're feeling really, really positive. I'm just gonna show you this one from the side. So if you need to turn the toes out, then please do. You're gonna squat down, you're gonna touch the opposite side, come back up, and opposite side. You ready? Let's go. Down and up. Down and up. So we're not really trying to get down to the floor. If you manage to get down to the floor, then that's brilliant, great, really good range of movement. But if you can't, it doesn't matter. I would rather you didn't get down to the floor and you kept a nice straight back than you got down to the floor and it looked like this. Okay, so straight back. Just keep yourself moving through, keep that bottom pushed back. Well done. 2, 1, brilliant. Ice skater is up next. And remember, you have options for this exercise. You can make it slightly higher impact if you want to add a jump. You can make it slightly less intense if you want to do it standing. I'm going to do it in its main form, which is just the stepping skater. One leg comes behind, the other hand on the same side comes in front, and let's go. And then I'm going to bring my other arm back for a nice stretch. Really working here on just touching that foot down at the back. I'm not bending, okay? I'm not bending through that back knee. So the leg stays straight, really working on stretching out through the hips here. Really exploring that range of movement, trying to get even more range as that leg steps back each time. Really well done. 3, 2, 1, take a rest. We've got those lateral lunges next. So sideways movement again, really important to work sideways movement into your workouts. And we've got our balance element as well. Okay, you're getting yourself ready. Breathe it in, out we go. Over to the side, push that weight back through the bottom, coming back up, high knee. Across, back, high knee, good. Now can you start to work a little more balance? You may not be able to drive your knee as high as this. You may be just here. Again, that's absolutely fine. It doesn't matter if you can't manage the full range of movement yet, okay? Let's work on being really positive and work on gaining those kind of, opening up those margins, okay? Take a rest, because that is what we're working to. You can't always see huge, great big leaps in improvements as we're going through some of these workouts, but sometimes you can see teeny tiny marginal gains, and that's what we're looking at here. So if you can raise that knee up a little bit higher, if you can push yourself over a little bit further, let's go. Then please celebrate. Good. Because after all, this is your workout, not mine. This is for you, okay? For your health, for your well-being, your body, your mind, to really focus on you here. This is such a good time to focus on you, because heaven knows we don't all have enough time to focus on ourselves. Keep it going. 2, 1, finish the one you're on. Good job. Back down to the floor then, and again, if you need that alteration or adaptation, then you have it for this one. Or back onto the forearms. Picking the knees up, we're going to bring one knee in, push one heel out, let's go. And as I said before, if you need to lie down, it will look like this, exactly the same. But let's come up onto forearms here if you can. Just gives you a little bit more through the shoulder. That's all, a little bit more of that body weight support. And if you can start to bear your own body weight, then that's just going to be giving you additional strength gains and confidence. Good. 3, 2, 1. Fantastic work. Into our all fours position then. Let's get ready to do our straight leg donkey kick here. Elbow, wrist, and shoulder all nice and stacked up. Straight line again with the knee and the hip. First leg comes out, toes onto the floor, and let's go. Push, push, push. Good. Fingertips are facing forwards. Keep that neck nice and neutral. So looking down onto the mat rather than looking out the window and seeing what's going on. Okay? Just focus on you right now. Don't need to be looking down at your knees or your toes. Just looking just ahead of your fingertips down onto your mat or soft surface, wherever you're working today. Well done. Keep that heel kicked up. Push, push, push. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Coming back. Here you can do yourself a little child's pose, either a full child's pose or you can just push yourself back here a little bit as well. We are going to see this exercise in our cool down as a full child's pose. If you want to just sink into it a little early, then you can. Let's get ready to go on the other side. Let's go. Good. Kick, kick, kick. Well done. Breathe it through. Keep on going. You're doing so well to get this done. If you're doing it in the morning, then that's amazing. If you're doing it at any other time of the day, equally as good. Brilliant work. Keep it going. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's work into those seated twists. We're so close to the end of this plan now. You're doing so well. Okay, almost there. We're going to do those twists again. Again, you use the foot positioning that's right for you to increase or decrease the intensity. Let's go over, over, over. So starting with the feet on the floor, then you're going to alternate the feet, then you're going to keep the feet off the floor, and then finally, this is the hardest level, is the pedal. Now you do not have to do all of those in one exercise. Okay, I'm just showing you the different levels that you can go through to make this more or less intense. Okay, so as your fitness increases, as your strength increases, you'll find that feet on the floor is maybe a little too achievable. You want to give yourself a challenge. Good. 2, 1. Final exercise here before we work into our cool down. Lying onto your back. We're going to work into the dead bug, so fingertips up to the ceiling, knees bent, feet off the floor. Good, take those nice deep breaths. Let's go. Bringing it out, back in again. Out, back in. Now I know some of the members of the channel have said that over time they can really feel the difference now with this exercise. Whereas maybe a few months or even a couple of years ago, they found this exercise really difficult, the coordination element of it, the strength element of it. But now, after having done it and having worked through loads of my workouts, they are now feeling that they can do this exercise really well. Okay, so if that's you as well, leave me a comment, let me know. I'd love to know if you feel some improvements in this exercise. Take a rest, brilliant work. That's your 20-minute session done. We're now going to work through just 3 little cool down exercises. Okay, so we're going to stay down on the mat for those. If you need to do these on a raised surface or standing, I'm going to show you variations for those on your screen. So lying onto your front, with your head supported onto a pillow, a yoga block, or onto your forearm here, you're going to bring your heel to your bottom and stretch through the quad, so they're the front of the thigh muscles. Now, if you just bring the heel to the bottom here like this, you're going to get a little stretch, but not much of a stretch. So I want you to really push your hips into the mat. Feel that difference. You feel that? Push those hips into the mat and you instantly feel that stretch down the front of the thigh. Good. Let's switch over. Again, bring that heel to your bottom and push those hips into the mat. You feel that now? Well done. So just stretch it through. Push those hips. Yes, fantastic. From here, we're going to push ourselves up into a back extension. Okay, you can bring yourself up halfway if you prefer. Head comes back if you like. Okay, so really working on stretching into the abs and extending through the back. And then from this position here, you're going to bring yourself up, sit yourself back into your heels, and really keep those fingertips stretched out nice and long in front of you, pushing the elbows down into the mat and feeling that stretch through the arms, the upper back. Just push yourself back a little further. Well done. Good. Take the time you need to stretch, get that heart rate back to normal, and just take a moment to really acknowledge how well you did today. And finally, take your rest when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really hope you enjoyed this session. If you like this session, you will find literally hundreds more just like this on my channel. And if you become a member of the channel, then you can support me more directly and you can get even more access, early access to videos, exclusive access to videos as well. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, please click the link in the session description. Otherwise, don't forget to leave me a like, leave me a comment, and I'll see you at the next workout. Take care. Bye.